So let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's play. Let's play. Let me get things actually set up properly here. That's the wrong button. That's probably better. Don't give me that. That's not. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Yay! Ooh, that's really small. Why is that so small? You get back over here, and you come down here. Eh, that'll do it. I'll probably have to fix it when I actually put it live. But them's the breaks. Yeah, there we go. I'll probably fix it again when I actually start the game. So yeah, 10 hours on Sunday coming up with the Wheel of Struggle. Looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll have a nice relaxing stream with PowerWash Simulator. This is the new update. I've had this game since it was on early release, so I've done the career even though it says new for some reason. There's nothing new, I've done it all. I was a little bit annoyed because under specials, no, not specials, under career and under bonus jobs, you have these three: mini golf, gnome, and locomotive. And I've done those ones, but they're still showing as new. And the only one that's been completed is the Mars rover, which is really, really annoying. I have already done those three, so I guess that just gives me more content, right? But we are doing the new update for Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider update that just released today. They were pretty quiet on updates for the longest time, and then this just kind of dropped like a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, and it got released today. So pretty exciting. So let's get started with some Tomb Raider. Now I've just realised I have messed up a setting. Let me fix that real quick. This one. There we go. That's better. Now, right away, this is concerning. I know the size of this. I already logged in earlier just to check out the update and to see it, and this is concerning that this is only worth 400, but because it's massive. But let's get into it. It's also annoying that I don't get to pick my equipment. I only have these equipment. So this isn't the strongest power washer we can use, which is annoying. Yeah, it's sort of annoying. I can't use my big power washer with the attachments, but I guess they tell you what to use. Details, lots of stuff, but again, like 400, I don't know. Doesn't feel like a lot. And no messages. Alright, well, let's get to it. Let me see how this looks on the screen when we start. Let's continue. Alright, yeah, let's get this fixed first of all. Oh, don't want that. I want that. Alright. Time to fix the game. Time to make the donuts. I already made the donuts. There. There we go. A little bit cut off by my head, but c'est la vie. Alright, let's do this. So, this is what we have to clean. We've got the front here, all the sides. The roof is the only thing I think that is actually clean, so it is just the front, the sides, and round here. And this fountain. Now I think I'm going to start with the fountain. I think that's what we're going to do. So, first spray is the best spray. And we're off. Oh, there's no desktop noise now. I trust you have everything you need to begin to work. I'll sure to be finish you with your tea and biscuits just as soon as I escape a minor predicament. Winston Smith. It's nothing to worry about, by the way. It's just nothing to worry about. That is the butler. Device. Speakers. I think that should be right. Yep, 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 yep. Is this working there? There we go. There we're getting some noise. Miss Crofts likes to set me these challenges from time to time, otherwise one can get rather dull. That, I believe, is a reference to locking him in the fridge in Tomb Raider. Alright, here we go. Fountain time. Let's see, if I had my... I mean, this is quite easy stuff here to do, right? Just grime and dirt and stuff. But if I had my proper power washer, the one that I unlocked and earned during my power washing career in this game, then this would be coming up even easier. I'd probably have more range as well. But this is the one that they are giving us. Also as well, I do this my way. And I'm sure this will probably be triggering to a lot of people, especially if you have any type of OCD. I do this my way. I do this the way I want to do it. I also like taking my time with it and just, relaxing with it, enjoying seeing it get cleaned. There's a setting that you can use for anyone who isn't familiar with this game. There's a setting that you can use. Like just now, you can see my right thumbstick. I'm using controller. My right thumbstick is the actual power washer. I think if I press this, no. There's a button that I can press. I forget what it is on controller, but there's a button that I can. Yeah, there we go. See, where now I am the power washer. I can move this power washer, and it doesn't move. Well, it moves the screen when I go to the edges, but it doesn't move the screen. This was a great addition to the game for those that suffer with motion sickness, so that they could actually play this without having the whole screen rotate around. The problem with it though is you can set the settings so high that you can clean everything in just about a matter of seconds, because you just whip it across so fast that it gets everything, and I don't really like that. So I prefer this mode where the gun is stationary and I do the moving. So apologies for anyone who has motion sickness. I hope it doesn't affect you too much watching, but yeah, this is the one that I like to play with. Again, for anyone who hasn't played this game before, if I press right on my D-pad, it gives me a dirt monitor. And on the top left-hand side there, you can see the percentage cleaned overall. But then just to the right of that, you'll see what it is I'm cleaning just now. So, fountain, lantern, Plymouth. And that white bar indicates how dirty it still is. So even though this side is clear, it counts for the whole thing, including on top or inside, depending on what it is. So it's like, oh yeah, well that's nice and clean. Why hasn't it been like ticked off? Well, because I need to do all the sides, top, bottom, left, right, etc., etc. So that's what we're going to do. Some of the levels in this game are just crazy. Like, some of these levels, this one's maybe going to take me 2 hours, maybe, let's say. Somewhere around there, 2, maybe 3 hours, depending on how slow I go. Some of these levels can take literally like 4 hours, 5 hours. It's insane. Just there's so much stuff to clean, or the level is just so big, so many things. The last level on the career of this game, and I swear that might have taken me like 6 hours, maybe. maybe even more. I don't remember exactly. I just remember it was multiple sittings. It was, yeah, it was crazy how long that one took. So you definitely don't. This isn't a pick up and play game. Like, you will be at this game for a very long time. And personally, I think it's worth every penny. I've realized in my older age that games like this are just so much up my alley. Like this and Farming Simulator, like I could, and Flight Simulator, basically all the simulators. I could play these games just so happily, not have a care in the world about it, be completely at peace. I'm not stressing. I'm not getting shot every 30 seconds. I'm not getting beaten by somebody at a sports game. It's just me, quite happy, cleaning away, no stress in the world. This is also a multiplayer game as well. It is kind of fun with friends, especially when you get into the bigger maps and you're helping them progress and stuff. It is really, really fun. It doesn't. I don't know if it looks fun, but it is fun. It is just nice and easy, no stresses. It's so random that they've brought out this Tomb Raider 2 or not Tomb Raider 2, but Tomb Raider content. Like just excuse me, out of nowhere. They've like built their own levels before. You know, you got golf course, or not golf. Oh yeah, golf courses and houses and different vehicles and stuff, and that's all cool and everything. But this is the first time that they've done like a almost like a sponsored event almost, and very random that they picked Tomb Raider out of everything. But looking at it, like it's a great choice. You've got a big house. There's some vehicles in here, I think. You've got inside the house. There's a lot of content, if you like, or level to this update. So I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. The way that I do, like, I decide what I'm gonna clean. Like, yeah, you could just rock up, pick something, turn your turn your power washer on, and away you go. But the way that I choose to do it is at the very end of each level, you get like a kind of what's the word I'm looking for here, like fast forward replay, instant replay of what you did and what you cleaned, and it does it in like super high speed. And if you clean things in like a certain order or a particular pattern, it gets very, it's like so satisfying to watch. You just kind of sit back and take stock on exactly, you know, everything that you did there and what you cleaned and how big it was and stuff. So I clean things with that in mind. So I like to see things go in stages. So I'm thinking, like, just looking at this house, I'm probably going to do the bottom of the house first, end to end, and then do the top end to end. So that way, when it comes to the instant replay at the end, it'll, you know, kind of be like a wraparound effect, right? I'll start at the bottom, then it'll go all the way across the top. I think that'll look pretty cool. Obviously, this fountain being excluded from that. But yeah, that's the way that I clean things. And I know certain people, if you have an affinity of cleaning something in a certain way, or you've got OCD about missing parts or anything like that, that can sometimes be a little bit triggering. Because the game is really bad at that. Like right now, I've just realized that this part that I'm cleaning right now, this kind of top edge, there's a lip there, and I guarantee you, if I go under this lip, yep, dirt underneath the lip. So now I'm gonna have to go back round everything that I've just done and get underneath that lip. The game does give you quite um, a generous, shall we say, leeway into, you know, if you miss something, it'll still consider it to be clean, which is cool. But there's times like this where you're like, okay, this is absolutely clean. What the heck? Why am I not getting a ding to say that it's been cleaned? And then you duck down and you see, oh, it's because of this giant bit down here that I completely missed and didn't see. Angles, people, are everything. Angles are everything. PowerWash Simulator, angles are everything. So we'll get this bit done, then we'll go back around again and we'll get on the underside of those lips. Get underneath the lips. And we'll get these cleaned here. That's what she said. That's what she said. The other thing as well about this that I haven't mentioned is right now I am using the yellow nozzle, which is your kind of most powerful nozzle. Apart from, it's the most powerful that gives you like an area to work with. There is a red nozzle, but you can see it's kind of like a jet, so you have to kind of go back over things maybe a couple of times. It removes harder stains quicker, but you only get that stream. Whereas, oh, I do get this one. Oh, I never realized that. Okay, this changes things a little bit actually. My pressure washer is gold plated. That is how long I've been playing this game for. I have a gold plated pressure washer. I didn't know I could get this attachment, but I'm still not a massive fan of this attachment. So yeah, so you have this one here, which is like a big pressure swirly wash. This gets rid of really hard stains. So right below where it tells you what I'm power washing, it tells you what it's made of, so like stone or whatever. But then when you go over it's kind of hard to see because you get rid of it so quick, but when you go over an area, it will tell you what it is that you're cleaning. And sometimes you'll get like rust and stuff like that, so the different nozzles will help clean it. But you can see here, like this one, this white one, it's giving me a bigger arc, but it's not as powerful. It's not as much pressure. It's kind of doing okay, but not great. Then you have the next one, which is green, which is again a bit more pressure, a bit of a smaller arc. Orange, much smaller arc, much more pressure. Red, single line, and then the kind of 3 single lines there as well, which I'm going to use on this next bit. So depending on what you're washing will determine exactly what tool you either want to use or you feel most comfortable with. So, what's going on, Bob? Yes, the science of power washing. There is such a science. So yeah, this one here, this kind of triple nozzle is new. They released this in the last version of last update of the game. Ding, there we go. That's cleaned. I like it, but I don't at the same time. Like, it gives you a wider range than just this one, but it does leave lines. Like, there is gaps there, so you kind of have to go back and forth a couple of times to make sure you haven't missed any gaps. There we go. That's you cleaned. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this bit should be nice and easy. See, this happens to me all the time. I try and go in a nice straight line, and I end up kind of veering off to the side. So now I kind of have to come back on myself, probably fall down. Oh, no, didn't fall down. And here it goes. There we go, not bad. This is where the OCD comes into it, because they're like, when you're using a controller, it's just so hard to go in an absolute straight line. So sometimes you have to go down and kind of come back up that same line again. But I'm sorry, like, you can't tell me that that isn't satisfying. That to me is just sex and war. See it there, like I missed that little strip there, then I tried to correct it, and I've missed the whole strap. Come back down. What I wish they would introduce or bring into the game is a floor power washer. Um, those are usually like the big round ones um, that you just kind of push, almost like a vacuum or a Hoover or something, to clean floor or ground like this. That would be interesting, but I guess not. Like I don't know about you guys, I get lost in this. Like if I find something on YouTube that's like power washing related, I just get lost. Like I can watch those for hours. You don't have enough OCD for this game. But yeah, it does that to you. Like not being able to do a straight line here is really infuriating for me. So that's why I kind of have to see like that. The thumbstick just doesn't give you enough kind of straight line precision, so you kind of have to work it all the way down, which is kind of annoying. But like this, I got this, and no, I didn't get this. Like I'll watch this on YouTube from time to time, like someone power washing like a big driveway or something like that, and it's just super satisfying to watch. Or most recently, what I got into, which is so dumb, I have absolutely no like. I don't know why this gets me so much. Pool cleaning. Watching someone clean a pool is so stupidly satisfying. Like, please bring out Pool Cleaning Simulator. Please, I will buy it. I will clean the pools. That just makes me really happy. Might as well clean this while I'm here. Ding. Like I start off with a plan, like yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this part, I'm gonna do this part, and then like I'll see something like get up, I'll see something like that, and I'm like, oh, I'll just clean this while I'm here. Then it throws everything off. Oh, there's another part. I know when Fluffin watched this, one time I streamed it, he was like, okay, A, this is ridiculously satisfying to watch, and I can't take my eyes off of it, but B, you're driving me crazy because you keep missing bits and you haven't gone back to it yet. I'm like, yep, that's kinda just how I play it. Can you break the glass? No, you cannot break the glass if you have too much pressure, unfortunately. That would be a cool update, though. Like, damaging property. Oh, what was another one that I liked? Oh, the one, the one that Irish hated, lawn mowing simulator. Oh, that was just riding around on a lawnmower, just cutting grass. Oh, bliss. If I remember correctly, Irish wasn't the biggest fan of it. But that game, again, I could just sit and play that game all day. This is how I get through the wheel. Like, I'll play the wheel games and get angry. This is how I calm myself down. I'll play one of these games before or after the wheel. Just calms me down. Nice and easy, no issues. And then that builds all my rage up for the wheel. Did Lawnmower Simulator give you a beer? No. Should it have given me a beer? It's like my biggest wish in life. Like I actually quite enjoy doing yard work, like mowing the lawn and stuff like that. I really, again, just relaxing. There's so much shit in the world these days. It's just nice to be able to do something and turn off and you know just think of nothing about the job that you're doing. And I keep telling my wife the one thing that I really wish I could get and justify is a ride along mower, just so that I could exactly do that. Sit on the ride along mower, have a beer, cut my grass. That to me is just like I bet that's really annoyed someone. I bet that's really annoyed someone that I've done that. But that to me is the biggest like just peaceful experience I can think of. Cutting the grass with a beer. Oh, I would be happy as a pig in shit. So subscribe to the channel. Help me get my ride along more. Channel goals. Get Tater a ride along more. How do you know if you ain't drinking a beer? How can you say no to a why? Mark man, why would you say no to that? It is the greatest thing in the world. Why would you say no to that? I demand an explanation because if my wife said, "Hey, we should get a ride on more," I'd be like, yeah, right now, let's go. I'll even buy it." Oh, I've done it again. Sorry. See, that's controller input for you. How can you say no to a ride? Can you get one and just send it to me? I'll take it. Oh, okay. Small yard and a very slope yard at that. Alright, I can see that. But I can also see the benefits of having a ride along mower for a sloped yard because obviously pushing a mower up that slope can't be fun. Get yourself a nice little powerful mower, bing bang bomb, there you go. You're just hitting the accelerator at that point. So I agree with your wife. Ride along more is necessary in your situation. And then you can film it and let me live through you. I actually don't I actually don't think technically my yard would justify a ride along, but by God I'd make it work. I'd figure out a way. Ah, I've done it again, I was looking at chat. Self-propelled so the slope isn't that bad. You've got all these excuses just handmade. You're just ready for all of them. You've had this conversation more than once with your wife, I can tell. Because it's the same, when I have arguments or disagreements with my wife as well about stuff that she thinks we need, I have all of these reasons just ready to go. I am ready to squash any argument she thinks that she has. I've actually got a shit ton of work to do in my yard. Like, it's not even funny. You've had the yeah. I could tell those reasons weren't the first time that you'd thought about them. I got that coming through the chat. Like, I'd move if I knew, especially getting towards retirement. Not that I'm near retirement right now, but when I get towards retirement, if it feels like the the odds of me ever owning a ride along more are diminishing, I'll move. Like this, it's going to happen. I do yard work if it would quit snowing. That's also a good excuse. I mean, in Florida, I don't really have that excuse. Um, I do yard work if I didn't melt is the closest thing I can get to that, but I don't mind the heat that much, so it doesn't really bother me. And I enjoy doing it. It's sad, I know, but I enjoy it. It's very rewarding, very satisfying, very very zen process, as it were. Yes, I am a Florida man. I told my wife if it ever snowed, we would move. I am done with the snow. I've had my time with the snow. I survived the snow. I've built snowmans. I've done snow angels. I've had snowball fights. I have pushed cars out of the snow. I've shoveled the snow. I've been buried in the snow. I have done everything snow related. If it snows in Florida, I am out. Instantly. Instantly. First snowflake. Signs in the front yard. So look at that. What are we? We're 30 minutes in or so. already done the bottom half and the top half of this. Now we just got see there, like see how much I had left to do there, and the game just gives it to you. It obviously has like a percentage. Once you get to a certain percentage of an area, it will do it for you, and I had hit that. But that I don't like. Like I want to finish that. I want that satisfaction. I want that that feeling of completing it, and not the game robbing me of it because it's like, oh, you've met the criteria. Like I want that. I would love if they introduced a. Oh, look at the distance I can get on this bad boy. Oh, look at that. I'd love it if they could get if you could have like a difficulty setting, like how much does the game give you, low, medium, high type thing, or off, and you just have to find every speck of dirt. Oh, this thing just makes it real easy from that distance.